Imagine paying $500 to some random international accountant that you found on Upwork or Fiverr, claiming they can implement incredible bookkeeping and tax strategies to help you save money in your business, when all they did was string you along and take advantage of your lack of knowledge in eCom accounting and tax. How terrible would that feel at the end? Well, worry no more. After this video, you'll know exactly the criteria you should be looking for to find the perfect eCom accountant for your business that's going to save you loads of money and make sure to put your business on the map and make sure you have the long-term strategies your business deserves to go straight to the moon. Let's go. Hey guys, Alan Chen CPA here. Welcome to our free cash flow channel. In this video, we're going to go over the 5 key criteria you need to look for to make sure that you're hiring the perfect eCom accountant for your business and not making the mistake of hiring someone who won't have your best interests at heart. Trust me, it is a very costly mistake to not hire the right person and can actually cost your business tens of thousands of dollars, maybe even more if you don't follow these tips. So let's get right into it. I'm not going to take up more of your time. The following are the 5 criteria you need to have to make sure your business is with the right key professionals to take your business to the next level. Let's get right into it. Criteria 1, make sure your eCom accountant is a CPA. Criteria number 2, hire an eCom accountant that understands your business from top to bottom and that speaks your lingo. Criteria number 3, hire an eCom accountant that already has clients in your specific niche. Criteria number 4, hire a US eCom accountant if at all possible. And criteria number 5, hire an eCom accountant that is supporting you all year round and can be your outsourced CFO. So let's go into these one at a time. For criteria number 1, make sure your eCom accountant is a CPA. Why is this important? Well, the CPA, or Certified Public Accountant, is basically the highest level of education or certification you can receive in the US for an accounting major. So to get someone who is a CPA is already a great assurance that you're getting someone that has the proper education and background to support your business needs. You know that this person is a licensed professional, someone who has gone through a lot of rigorous testing and coursework to make sure that they got to this point in the first place. And what this does is that you know that this person will have your best interests at heart because he is staking his professional license in hand, right? And that, there is a board that you can report him to if he does do something that is, fraudulent or scammy or something that doesn't really help you advance your business. So that is a great assurance. And that is a reason why I always recommend that someone works with CPA rather than just an accountant, right? Someone who just has a bachelor or associate degree or master's degree in accounting, but may not have gone through more of the professional certification of becoming a CPA. And that way, you know that they're being governed by a board, right, in the US. And then you have someone that you can actually report him to if something does go wrong. Where if you just get an accountant, even if it's from the US, it's hard to really put the blame on him and make him feel, the necessary sufferings of, causing harm to your business. So I would definitely 100% recommend that if you guys are looking for an eCom accountant out there, make sure he's CPA or Certified Public Accountant. Number 2 was hire an eCom accountant that understands your business from top to bottom. And why is that important? Well, you want someone that speaks your lingo, right? You want someone that you don't have to do a lot of explaining to him on anything related to your business, right? So for example, if you guys are running an eCom business, you want someone that understands what is ROAS. You want someone that understands what dropshipping is and what business model that involves. And why is that important? That's important because there are certain tax deductions that only pertain to certain sectors in the business world, right? So can you imagine if you're a brick and mortar store and someone doesn't understand what taxes and licenses goes into a brick and mortar store, how important inventory or FIFO and LIFO is for a brick and mortar store. Where an online business, if you're drop shipping, you guys don't hold inventory, so that's a less important subject. But what you guys do have is, say, merchant fees or paid advertising, or the fact that you guys all probably right now work from home. And if you guys get an eCom accountant that understands your sector of the business and understand exactly what deductions you guys should be maximizing, that is just reassurance for you guys that you're not going to miss out on any key deduction that's important to your business. So once again, I want to emphasize how important it is to have an accountant, someone that really goes in and understands your business. And there's a little bit, I'll say, a side subject or a little backstory. But for me, I actually spent a year running a Shopify store. So I actually went and did the whole drop shipping thing. I started selling things like neck massagers, washing machine tablets, the rose bear, right? It was a very popular gift item where it's a teddy bear with roses around it. And I went through the gauntlet of what's it like to get my Facebook ads banned, and how to appeal and get it back. I had to, I joined all the drop shipping forums and such, and asked my questions too, just like everyone else. And I understand how hard working it is and how much it takes to make and maintain an online business. I had to learn to talk to suppliers in China. I had to learn how to manage a team of VAs, and I had to learn to be my own customer service team. So I understand everything an e-com entrepreneurs went through, and what that did for me was it helped me better serve this niche, right? It helped me better understand what they're looking for, and that made me understand exactly what deductions they can take, because I understand the P&L, I understand the profit and loss, all the operating expenses goes into running an online business. So you want someone like that who really understands your lingo and really understand how your business operates. Now, number 3 is you want to hire an e-com accountant that already has client in your specific niche. And just like with number 2, the reason you want someone like this that has clients in your specific niche, and even better if they have clients that serves your exact item category, say it's fitness, say it's nutritional goods, or say it's just health related items, or say it's yoga pants or anything like that. The more specific, the better, of course. In general, as long as they all are in similar nature, say it's online business or eCom or Shopify based or Amazon FBA based, what this does is they have a list of comparables, right? So they can compare your business to all the other clients that they have, and they can say, hey, client A and B are getting this much in tax deductions. My new client just picked up, which is you, are not getting this deduction, not getting this credit. Why is that? What's the difference? How can I also make sure that client C is also getting the maximized deduction that I was able to get for client A and B? And doing that kind of comparable is super powerful. It really lets you see that, the accountant is doing all their due diligence to make sure that you're maximizing just like the other similar clients are maximizing. Now, if you have an accountant that are mixing and who has which is a generalist, that has all kind of different businesses that he's taking care of, it's hard for him to wrap around and have a nice comparable of you should be also getting these deductions because he has so many different lines of businesses he's doing. So you're just like, whatever. I think this is the most deduction I can take of these guys, but he's not really pinpointing and getting right to the point of how much he can maximize for you. And that's just you missing out if you're not working with someone that has similar clients in your specific niche. And trust me, getting that one extra deduction or knowing about one extra thing that you should be doing, that's just money in your back in your pocket. That is a pure profit revenue percentage that you can be getting back. If you think about you're running a $10 million business, that one more percentage point of tax return, huge, absolutely huge. That could be another $10,000 right there. Cool. Anyway, so that's why you should get an e-com accountant that already has client in your specific niche. Number 4, hire a US e-com accountant if at all possible, even if it costs you a little bit more, and here's why. Now, I know you guys out there are all about using a lot of international labor leverage. I think that was what I would call it, right? Which means you use a lot of virtual assistants to run a lot different portion of your business, from customer service, order fulfillment, to website design, to maybe running your Facebook ads. And that's actually all completely fine, and that's great. And I actually did the same thing while I was running my Shopify store. But here's why you shouldn't do it for your accounting service. Not to discount any of the international schools that may teach accounting or anything like that, but what happens when you hire a US eCom accountant is you guys have what I would call a lot of in-sync advantages where you're in the same time zone, right? Where, if you're running an e-com store, maybe it doesn't matter that your VA is from India or Pakistan or some other countries and they work in a completely different 8-hour time zone than you, and maybe you can hire a lot of them. But for accounting, this is the one person you rely on to look at all your financial data, right? And you don't want that person to be located in a different country, and you don't really want to be sending your information internationally, honestly, right? You're already trusting that person a lot when you're giving away so much of your personal financial information. You want to make sure it stays in the States where it's very traceable, where you can find this person, you can really know just where the person lives, rather than if your accountant is from Pakistan and you're trying to track him down and be like, hey, what did you do with all my personal information? No, you want someone that's US based in the similar time zone, and it's very easy for you to ask questions and maybe even get a same day response, right, back for them. Like for us, when we have clients, we set up a personal Slack channel where it's only us and them, and when they ask us a question, we try to give them a response within a day, usually for most questions, unless they require a lot of intensive research, and then we let them know, we ping them and say, we need a couple of days to really give you the best answer. But that's the advantages of getting a US eCom account. First, it's data safety to make sure all your sensitive financial data stays within the US. And two, it's make sure that when it comes to crunch time, when you have a very important question, you know that someone is there instantly to ask your question. You don't have to wait 12 hours or 24 hours for someone to get the answer for you. And it goes back to my other point of that they're certified in the US. That it's easy for you to locate them and to report them to the board if it comes to that. But they also know, as a US accountant, that you could do that to them, and they're going to be very responsible and make sure that they're doing everything they can to support your business. And that's a huge advantage of hiring a US eCom accountant. Last but not least, we have point number 5. Hire an eCom accountant that is supporting you all year round and can be your outsourced CFO. So there's a lot of misconception about accounting, right? A lot of people think accounting only do tax. That is not correct. Accounting is a really broad subject and includes a lot of different areas like assurance, like forensics, like doing auditing work, like just doing bookkeeping work, financial analysis. There's a wide variety of things, and tax is one portion of that. But with that said, and on the tax side, there's also another myth or misconception in that it's really just an April 15 activity. So that is actually completely a huge misconception. April 15 is actually the last chance, right, that you have to file and pay your taxes. Well, technically you can file an extension, but most people want to get it done by April 15, which is reasonable. But the point is, April 15 is very late. It's actually the last kind of timing you can actually try to get your deduction credit. But really, if you're trying to maximize your credits and your deductions for your business, you should be doing that way before it, during the tax year, right? So for example, right now we're filming this in May 2021, right? So most people have already done their tax filing in April 15. But really, for those people who are smart and really into tax planning, they should have been during the tax year 2020, right? Because that's really the year that you're doing your taxes for, from January 2020 to December 2020. There's tons of planning that you could be doing during the year that now it's kind of too late, right, that you think about. And that's what I'm trying to say. If you have an eCom accountant that's supporting you all year round, they're probably feeding you recommendation reports and giving you tips and tricks along the way to let you know what deduction you should be taking based on your business situation as you go throughout the year. This way, you don't miss out on any of your tax deductions during the year. And that's a wonderful thing. That is, I would say, thousands and thousands of dollars of tax savings that you should be getting, but probably not if you're only going to an accountant during tax time, right? If you're like, it's April 1st and you're like trying to find an accountant, scrambling, it's like, hey, here's all my information, do something with it, file my taxes. And there's only so much that person can do. That person can't be a miracle worker. So their person is probably just filling out some forms for you and then say, hey, this is how much you got to pay. But if you were doing great tax planning the year before, or have an eCom accountant that's helping you along the way, you should be saving so much more money than you would be if you're just trying to find a last minute tax accountant and be like, yo, here's my information, do something with it. So hopefully that helps you clear your head and wrap your mind around and give you that revelation feeling. Be like, oh, that's who I should be looking for. Someone that I can rely on all year round, that can be my authoritative source for any questions about accounting, business, consultation, and how I can sell my business later on, how I can raise money, what kind of business structure I should be looking at. Is LLC really the best path for me? All those questions can be answered by a CPA that's around with you all year round and is really your outsourced CFO, someone you can rely on all your financial information and data. So following these tips and advice and these 5 criteria will make sure you're able to extract the maximized tax savings and business strategies that are needed for your business. The savings can be tens of thousands and even hundreds of thousands of dollars with the right situation in place. So it is not something you should push away. Embrace it, learn it, love it, and get yourself the right eCom accountant to take care of it all for you. Trust me, you'll come back to this video and thank me when you do exactly that. Awesome. Well, that's it for now. I hope you guys all learned a great deal from this video. We want to make more of this type of content for you guys, so if you find this useful, then please give it a like and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, and we will really appreciate it if you do that. And if you have any questions about any tax advice, please make sure to leave a comment below and we will love to answer that for you. So if you're looking for any other advice to help save your online business money in the future, make sure you come and bookmark this channel and we'll be happy to provide another great video for you in the near coming future. Thank you so much for watching and we hope you learn a lot. Have a great day ahead.